If you're right and we're headed toward, this just getting so much worse because our country's so unprepared for it, it's just hard to imagine people like, hey, come to an NBA arena tonight. I just don't see it. Do you see that? Like, do you see the NBA just starting up as people are dying in various cities?
I actually do. I did in my 2 books ago in David and Goliath, I did a chapter on the Blitz, the bombing of London by the Nazis at the beginning of the Second World War. It's an incredibly interesting story for a number of reasons. The principal one is that the English government assumed they had completely inadequate air defenses, so they knew they were going to get bombed. They knew exactly what was going to happen. And they assumed what would happen would be panic and that the population of London would empty out. And they made all of these contingencies to deal with the fact that everyone would be running for their lives. And nothing happened. So the bombers came in, did enormous damage, all kinds of people died, and there was no panic. And it's super interesting, and it's super interesting on a number of levels, but what it's really about is how quickly we readjust our sense of what normal is.
Yeah.
That we, human beings will get back to baseline really quickly. With viral epidemics, what happens is once enough people, get infected, you get herd immunity, right? So if you got to 70% of Americans having been at one point infected, then you have herd immunity and that's the end of this particular strain of coronavirus. You're going to lose hundreds of thousands of lives along the way. It's going to be really, really brutal. There's a point at where it goes away. And the history of humans is that we adjust insanely quickly to these kind of cataclysms.